Hello everyone, my name is Danny from creatingawebstore.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create attributes and variable products in WooCommerce. To start, simply go to your admin panel and then simply hover over products and left click on attributes. Once on the attributes page, we will create a new attribute. As you can see, I've already created a couple. So since I already have size, I will actually enter in shirt size here. Note that I can actually add these sizes to the existing attribute size, but for demonstration purposes, I'd rather show you how to create an attribute first. As for slug, I will let WooCommerce generate the slug. As for type, you can choose between select or text. If you choose select, on the product creation page, you would have a select menu that would look like this, and you would be able to choose your attributes this way. With text, you would actually have to enter in the attribute values separated by a bar. So each of these attributes would be considered a different option. In this case, I will just choose select. As for default sort order, you can choose custom ordering name or term ID. I'm going to choose custom ordering because this way I can drag the attributes to my desired sort order. And then I simply click on add attribute. After saving the attribute, I can add values to the attribute by simply clicking on it. And then here I simply enter in a name, which would be small. And you can enter in a description if you'd like. If not, you can leave it as is. I'll just leave it as is. And I click on add new shirt size. And then I just follow the same steps. And then I can simply reorder these values like so. And now we can go back to attributes. And now say for example I would have wanted to add sizes to an existing attribute rather than creating a new attribute. I would have just went here to configure terms and I would have just added those terms here. And I would just move the sort order like so. So now we can add our first variable product by simply going to add product. And here I would just enter in a name for my product. And a description. And then for product data, I would just choose variable product. And for SKU, I'll just enter in my SKU. And for tax status, I would just choose my tax status. Tax class, same goes for that. And then I would choose my inventory. In the inventory section, you can choose to manage stock, but this is not necessary since you can actually enter in your stock in the variations section. So I'll just leave this as is. On a variable product, it's also not necessary to enter in shipping information here because you can actually enter in shipping information in the variations section. So simply click on attributes to add attributes. In the attributes section, I will actually add two attributes. This will be size and color. So I will choose shirt size. And here I will simply select the sizes that I have. In this case, I'll just choose all with the select all button. As for visible on the product page, if you check this off, your attributes will show up in the additional information section on the product view page here. Personally, I don't want the information to show up here because it will show up in the select menu for customers to select the size and color. So I will just leave this box unchecked, but I will make sure that I check off used for variations. So now I will add my next attribute, which will be color. And this will also be used for variations, and I will select all again. And now I will simply delete the colors that I don't want because I only have black and white. And now I will save attributes. And now I simply go to the variations tab here. As for defaults, you can choose a default. For example, anything you choose here will be pre-selected on the product view page. If not, there will just be a select option, and then people will have to actually select an option. I will choose medium as a default, and I will choose black as a default as well. And then I will click on add variation. So now here I simply select the size. In my case, it will be small, and the color will be black. As for a photograph here, I can choose a photo, or I can upload one. So I will simply select my black t-shirt, and I will set variation image. And the SKU, I can either leave it empty and it will use the default SKU that I entered in the general section here, or I can enter a SKU for each item individually. I'll just leave it empty. And now what I'll do is I'll add a new variation. And this one will be medium black. And I will choose the same photo. And now I will click on add variation once more. And I will choose large black. I'll add the image. And now I'll add my white shirts again in the same fashion. Note that you can actually rearrange the sort order by simply dragging the boxes like so. So now I can actually enter in the information in all of these boxes. I can do this individually or in bulk using this drop-down menu right here. Since many of these fields share the same value, I will use the bulk for many of the fields. For example, I will use bulk on weight. And I will simply enter in my value, and I will click on OK. And now the weight field has been automatically populated. For stock, I can do the same. And then I can just manually edit the ones that I have less of. And for price, I can do the exact same thing. And then I'll just edit certain items for which I'd like to offer at a lesser price by entering in the value in the sale price box, or I can even enter in the value in the regular price box here. And now I enter in the rest of my information. For example, I enter in my short description. And then I simply add a product image. And I simply select the category. And then I click on Publish. And now I can view my product. And here it is. And as you can see, medium has been pre-selected and black has been pre-selected as well. And now I can choose a different shirt size. And I can choose white. And as you can see, the price as well as the image has changed. And now if we go to our category page, you will notice that I have a filter by attribute box here. I actually added this box by going to my admin section and then going to customize. And then right here, I made sure to have the WooCommerce layered nav here added, and that's how this came up. So thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and also be sure to check out creatingawebstore.com.